Hi traders, Bharat here. Welcome to my channel Trade with Bharat. So this is a second episode on basics of stock market. So in this episode, let's understand what is technical analysis. So technical analysis is basically based on the past historical price movement. We forecast the future price. This is basically done based on analyzing the current demand and supply in the market. And this particular technical analysis can be applied on any commodity stocks or indices, any tradable instrument. So this is a very easiest way of analyzing the market and forecasting the price. So generally in this we say that the price are discounted and it will be displayed in the chart. That's how it is. If based on whatever the data set which is available, I might initiate a buy or a sell, and other person might not do the same. His way of thinking about that particular data set will be different, and he might initiate a maybe like sell. And also if you see observe, like in any chart, if you open, price will not be moving in a random direction, but certain patterns or trends you can observe in the chart. So in chart, what is chart is chart is nothing but basically a graphical representation of the past historical data, where the X represents the time and Y represents the price. So this the chart can be drawn keeping 1 minute time frame or maybe 5 or 10 minutes time frame. For intraday traders can use lesser time frame, like 5, 10 or 15. And for people who are taking positional trades, they can refer daily, or if people are taking kind of like long investment, they can go for a weekly to monthly chart. Okay, so let's understand the types of charts. The first one is the line chart. In this line chart, basically, the closing price is connected. At 9 o'clock, let us assume price was 100 rupees. At after 1 minute, the price went to 101. After 1 minute, the price again came back to 100. So it's connecting this closing price. We are always focused on just connecting the closing price. Here what happens within that one particular minute, there is no information. Only the closing price is being taken consideration for plotting this chart. So let's see the second type, that is the bar chart. Here what will happen is you will get 4 information within the bar. That is where the open happened, and at that particular moment what was the high, till at what point it went, and what was the low, and at what place it closed. So let us take an example of 5 minutes. Here let us assume the market opened here. At one point of time, the price went up and it reached a particular price, let us assume 100, and then it came down, let us assume somewhere around 95, and again it went up slightly, maybe 98 or something. So here let us assume this was somewhere around 97. So we can say this is like a negative candle. So this will be somewhere like just 1 point negative close. So, and the opposite is will be a bullish candle. That is, the price opens somewhere around 98, it goes little down to 95, then goes up to somewhere 110, let us assume, then again comes and closes at 100. So this will be a positive candle. But if you observe, it's just representation of lines, like horizontal and vertical lines. So one has to get used to it to understand this chart or to read this chart very quickly. So third type is the candlesticks chart, which is majorly used by almost all the traders. Here it represents very well. If you see here in this case, the price opened up here, then let us assume it came till low here, it went till this particular point, which is the high point, and then came down a little and closed here. So if you see, it is very clear, evident that price went up and this came down a little, and overall the closing price is above the greater than the open price. So this particular thing is called as upper shadow, Anything from close to high, anything from open to low is called as a lower shadow, and from open to close, this is the real body. Okay, so this is pretty easy to understand, very visual, that it was a bullish candle. The opposite of this is like bearish candle. This is the high, this is the open, this is the close, and this is the low. Okay, this same again, this is a real body. Lower shadow is this much, and upper shadow is from the open to high. Okay, so this is a bearish candle. So if you see the chart, so it's very easy to understand, like a lot of buying happened, that is bullishness, and again price came down, the bearishness, again price went up, that is bullishness. So it is very easy to identify what happened in the market. When you compare it with the bar chart or the line chart, these are very easy to understand, and it also represents the emotion or the sentiment in the market. Okay, so let's understand next is like what is support. Support is something like a region or a level where the buying happens continuously. So in this chart, let us assume this particular level as like 100, and if you see, whenever the price came to this particular level, people started buying it. That we can understand from this that at this particular level, buyers are more interested to buy, and they're adding more and more when the particular stock is coming and hitting this level. Okay, and we can clearly assume that the sellers were not that aggressive, and it was easy for the buyers to absorb everything whatever the sellers sold, and they pushed the market to the higher side. Okay, so the opposite of this is nothing called as resistance, where sellers are more active on this particular region or a level, and they start keeping selling whenever the price hits that particular level. Okay, here the buyers are not doing much buying here. Only sellers are just whatever they have, they keep selling it, and they push it on the lower side. If it is taken out, like example, if resistance is broken, and the price whatever this level will act as a support, and a lot of buying can happen at this level. So once there is no guarantee, like every time this particular resistance will act as a resistance for a very long time. So more number of times this particular zone is coming and tested, it will be easy for buyers to break this level and push it on the higher side. Maybe if you observe, like first time here it came down, second time when it came, it did not go down much, third time a little more, and then finally buyers came in and took this out. Like then this level starts acting as a support. So let's understand different type of patterns, then how we can initiate a trade. The first one important pattern is flag, which is like a trending time you can initiate a trade. So here, like price started moving up at one particular point of time, and price it will hit particular level, and some selling will come, again buying will happen, selling will come. So more number of times the price starts trading within a range. Okay, then at one point of time you can expect the price to break out from this particular zone, and it will start moving on the higher side. Okay, so this is particularly like you can initiate a trade in this pattern is like buying somewhere above here and keeping the stop loss below here, and whatever is the price difference level, here it is, you can target in the ratio of 1:2, and you can keep the target somewhere here. The same thing, but in the opposite direction. Sellers came, pushed it on the lower side, buyers bought some here, sellers were active, they kept pushing it on the lower side. At one point of time after consolidation, it breaks the range. So here you can initiate a sell trade, and you can keeping the stop loss somewhere here, and the trade which you have initiated here, you can keep a target of 1:2, and you can try to book your profit once this 1:2 ratio is met. You can also close your half of a position when 1:1 ratio is met. Okay, so next pattern is related to triangles. So if you observe, like a lot of buying, selling happens, but at one point of time, one person will be aggressive and they'll push it on the other side. So anything when you draw a line, and if it breaks here, you can initiate a buy trade, keeping the stop loss here. And in case if it breaks this lower side, you can initiate a short position and you can look for 1:2 ratio. Okay, so here this is a descending triangle. Let us assume this is like price is 100 and a lot of selling happens, very less buying happens, and then at one point of time this particular support which is acting as support will break and will start moving on the lower side. So you can initiate a trade here and you can keep a stop loss here and you can look for 1:2 ratio. Maybe this is the whatever is the price difference, you can look for such targets. On the higher side, there might be a situation where if a lot of people are selling but still the stock is not going down, then one point of time buyers, if they take out this level, then it starts moving on the higher side. So you can look for same 1:2 ratio, keeping somewhere here as the stop loss. Whereas in ascending triangle, the same thing, a lot of buying keeps happening, and at one point of time this particular neckline is broken and it starts moving on the higher side. So the price difference of this, you can keep it as a target, keeping this as a stop loss. Or in case if this breaks, same thing, whatever is the price difference level, you can keep it as a target here and keeping the stop loss here, and you can initiate a trade. So basically here, in this pattern, a lot of consolidation will happen and it will start moving out in one particular direction. So next pattern is like head and shoulders. This is a reversal pattern where you observe like price went up, came down, again buyers posted on the higher side but they got exhausted, then came down, again one more attempt was made, were not successful and started coming down. So this is the neckline which you can draw. Aggressive traders can initiate a short position here, keeping the stop loss here. The first target what they can look is the price level difference from here to here, and second price target they can keep it from here to here. Okay, so always look for 1:2 ratio profit at least. So next is reversal of this, that is inverted head and shoulders. Sellers came, posted on the lower side, it again went up, came down, exhausted, sellers were not able to push it down, then came up, one more attempt was made, they could not push it much lower, and buyers will just start coming in after this break of this neckline. Okay, you can initiate a trade here, buy and keeping a stop loss here. They look for 1:2 ratio kind of profit, or you can take this as the first target and this particular as a second target here. Okay, next one is also reversal pattern, that is double bottom and double top. So if you observe like price will come here, hit some resistance level, price will go down, again it will come up, again after it will hitting a resistance or sellers who are active, they'll push it down. You can sell here, aggressive sellers can sell here, very aggressive people can sell here, but this will be risky, but it is recommended to sell here, keeping the stop loss here. Look for whatever the price difference level from here to here. Okay, if this is 5 points, you can look to book profit 1:1, half quantity, and second half somewhere here like once it reaches 10 points. The same thing in a reversal, sellers came, posted, not successful, again came, tested the same price, support has been taken, support is given here, and then it starts moving on the higher side. Buy here, keeping the stop loss here. Whatever is the price difference level of this, you can keep the target here, and second target could be like same thing, twice of this somewhere here. Okay, so next pattern is rounding top and rounding bottom. So if you see, buyers came in, they tried to post, every time they were like got exhausted and they were not able to push, and it started coming down. So anywhere this level you can sell, keeping the stop loss somewhere this level, and look for like 1:2 ratio target. So this is on the selling side. On the buying side, the same thing, sellers came, they pushed, they exhausted, buyers came in, they started accumulating, and then they pushed on the higher side, buy somewhere here, keeping a stop loss here. Okay, so next pattern is cup and handle. So it looks like a cup. This is a holder. So whenever the price trades for second time, it goes up, you can initiate a trade here if you're aggressive. Conservative traders can wait for a pullback. Then once it breaks this level or this level, you can initiate a trade. The stop loss will be here. First target, whatever is the price level difference from here to here. Second T2 will be from here to here. Okay. So these are some of the patterns, important patterns in technical analysis. You have to practice this daily. Once the market opens, start plotting these lines, like this white lines which I have plotted. Every time the price moves like up and down, just start to try to connect from one high to low or low to high. And at one point of time, you might see some pattern, here if you observe it was a head and shoulder pattern, came down. Then the same day also again head and shoulder was formed, but it did not move much lower. Then this double top kind of pattern was formed, and also here after hitting here, it is kind of like a cup and holder So price hit here, it broke out and it went up. So you have to practice daily, then only you'll be able to trade. So it is important that to practice keeping maybe around 5 minutes time frame. 1 minute will have lots and lots of noise, price it will be trading like this. It will be very difficult to observe all these patterns. So you can see the time frame 5 minutes, and then you can practice by joining the lows and highs like this. Okay, so here if you see, it broke out this level, then it came down. So next example is it is kind of a double bottom here, came here down, then it broke out. So go long here, keeping the stop loss here. Second also, and if you observe all these patterns which are formed will not be 100% successful. Sometimes it will fail also. In this case, when in July Nifty formed on that day particular head and shoulders, it broke out but did not move on the higher side. The ideal target was supposed to be here. It did not reach that, and it started reversing from there. The stop loss would have been hit. So it is always recommended to protect the capital. You place the stop loss and start trailing the stop loss. Trailing stop loss is once it starts moving in your direction, just start moving your trailing stop loss to here, slowly here, then to the cost. Once it starts moving on the higher side, maybe you can keep it somewhere here. Even in case if the market reverses, if your trailing stop loss is hit, you're blocking your profits. So it's pretty good that you're not losing anything. In case if it's start trading come to this particular, if you see here here the stop loss would have been hit and you would have lost some money. So it is always recommended, and it's good practice to move the stop loss higher and higher as it starts moving in your direction. So one more failed head and shoulder pattern. Here if you see, it went up again, it came, tested the neckline, went up, but again it failed and it fell. So this was a failure, and there is no hard and this particular has to be connected only to this point. So based on your visual representation of this graph, and based on your skills, when you start drawing this line, you'll be able to identify. So but here if I have seen had drawn connected this particular from head from here to here, it might happen that some people might draw it from here and they start connecting this particular point, then down and then up. So this also will be a valid head and shoulder, and it is not necessary that price has to move exactly like this. So there might be something like this. Okay, you just have to see kind of visualize whether these kind of similar structure is there in the graph. Based on that, you can initiate the trade. Okay, so that's it from my side. I'll be coming up with more series of educational videos about technical analysis. Thanks for watching.